Hey guys, Kakarot197 again, this time with another question of the week. And today we will be answering the questions of which one is the best backpack in Gundam Seed, what do I think about Double Zeta Gundam, and what do I think about Gundam Song Covers 1 and 2. So let's immediately get started with the first question from Help, I Need More Sleep. Dude, I relate to that username of yours. I've got a question. What is the best backpack in Seed and what is your favorite? So in terms of what the best backpack is, I thought of two backpacks. One for kind of the average pilot, and that is what I think a really underrated backpack, the Blaze Wizard Pack. It's super simple. It's awesome in all of its simplicity. It gives you extra thrusters, gives you extra mobility, gives you extra firepower, and it's easy to use, perfect for anyone, any situation really. It's just a very universal backpack. Then the one that I think is best in terms of raw power, functionality, like adaptability, is the Ootori Striker Pack, which was used by the Strike Rouge in the remastered version. That thing has a little bit of everything. It's got a beam cannon, it's got a railgun, it's got missiles, it's even got Mirage Colloid things which aren't really used in the series, I believe, and we don't really know what they do, but it's some kind of stealth system that is also used by the Ootori Striker Pack, so that's also definitely very useful. Then it's got that really big anti-ship sword. It's got a little bit of everything, and it's still relatively easy to use. It's definitely easier to use than the Perfect Striker. It's kind of the culmination of the Perfect Striker made by Orb. So that's why I think that the Ootori Striker Pack, in terms of Gundam Seed backpacks, is definitely one of the best backpacks out there. We do also have the Destiny Striker Pack, but the problem is that thing sucks up some serious energy, so even though it might be super powerful, unless you're using it with an impulse that has the ability to resupply with the Deuterium beam, you're going to be running out of fuel, well, energy extremely quickly. Then as for what my favorite one is, Noir Striker. No doubt about it. Hook it up to a Slaughter Dagger, hook it up to the Strike E. Perfection. Awesome. And is also just really good. Gives you a lot of mobility, gives you flight capabilities. It might not be as powerful as the Ootori Striker Pack, but it is more compact and it still has a lot of things going for it, in addition to just looking absolutely amazing. Then on to the second question, which was asked by Noob Master Green. Questions. 1. What do you think about Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta Gundam? Will you be doing reviews of the 144th scale no grades, in particular Gundam X from the 1990s, because I haven't seen you do any reviews of them yet. And then we skip 3 to go to 4. What is your favorite mobile suit? Mine is the Zaku 2. So as for the first question, what do I think about Double Zeta Gundam? And here's the thing. Did I enjoy watching Double Zeta Gundam? Yes. Am I happy that I watched Double Zeta Gundam? Yes. Do I think it's something that every Gundam fan should watch, or even something you should recommend to a fellow Gundam fan, or like someone who's getting into Gundam? No. I gotta say it like it is. It's kind of the opposite of Gundam Seed Destiny. First half sucks for Double Zeta Gundam, and the second half gets really good, which is the polar opposite of Gundam Seed Destiny, which starts out really good and then sucks in the second half. I did actually begin writing a script for whether you should watch Gundam Double Zeta Gundam or not, so I'll give a quick overview of that because I feel that that is very relevant here. For all of the good things it offers in the second half, there is still a lot wrong with it. The first half is just, it's extremely jarring to get into if you watch it right after Zeta Gundam. Zeta Gundam, you all know, it's famous for being very dark, very depressing, especially that final battle is depressing as all hell by Gundam standards. And then you get into Double Zeta Gundam and it opens with slapstick comedy. I had an instant gut reaction of saying, what the fuck is this? What am I watching? I don't feel like continuing this. But I persevered and I eventually got to the good stuff. The problem is, by today's standards, a normal anime is 12 episodes. So you're basically asking anyone starting Double Zeta Gundam to sit through almost 2 animes worth of shenanigans, not good stuff. It's really something. If you want to watch all of Gundam, or if you want to watch all of Universal Century, then you can start watching Gundam Double Zeta, because you don't even really need it to get the full Universal Century experience. I watched Zeta Gundam and then I skipped the Char's Counterattack because Double Zeta Gundam, it's not available in the West. So back in the day, I got my hands on Zeta Gundam, and then I could only watch Char's Counterattack. I couldn't get my hands on Double Zeta Gundam. So when I skipped from Zeta Gundam to Char's Counterattack, I didn't miss anything. I didn't feel like, oh, there has to be a series in between. Zeta Gundam and Char's Counterattack flow into each other very well. And when I then watched Double Zeta Gundam, there was only one thing I noticed when I rewatched Char's Counterattack, where he gives a speech and he talks about Hamon's, or like Hamon, because I watched the English dub back then, like her brazen activities or like her brazen actions or something. And I just thought he was talking about her actions in Zeta Gundam. So that's kind of what it boils down to for me. I did enjoy it, but I would advise you to be careful of recommending Double Zeta Gundam to someone who's just getting into Gundam, because you might inadvertently turn them off of Gundam instead. Oh, and one thing I also want to point out is that Bicha and Mondo in the beginning are written extremely badly. They're constantly trying to double cross and betray the main gang. They even go over to Neo Zeon for a while, and they're always just welcomed back as if nothing happened. Like, I can understand them trying to betray the gang, but I cannot understand the gang just being like, oh yeah, you tried to sell us out to our main enemy who's trying to kill all of us? Sure, come back. No foul. Nothing happened. We're still pals. And that's also something that I noticed in Elgheim. Like, I don't remember a lot from Elgheim. I do remember enjoying the series overall, but also that the main character had a sidekick who also, at every chance he got, tried to pull a fast one on the main character. Oh, I met this random dude here who I can make some money of by selling my best, I think they were friends, something, by selling the main character to him. Sure, that sounds like a good idea. And afterwards the main character was always just like, yeah, sure, we're still friends. No problem. So then, the second question, will I be doing reviews of the Gundam X no grades from the 1990s? And honestly, my first reaction when I read that question was, didn't I already do that? And that's something that sometimes happens, because I've done a lot of reviews in the past, so sometimes I just think that I did a review, when it turns out I actually didn't. So now that it's been brought to my attention, I will definitely be reviewing those, because I have all of them. Like, when I watched Gundam X, I immediately fell in love with it, and I just had to go out and buy those model kits. And by chance, Hobbylink Japan had all of them in stock, so I immediately bought all of the no-grade Gundam X model kits. And I just remember that so well, because that was kind of a moment before I started watching Gundam X, my love for Gundam went a bit down. And then watching Gundam X just brought it back, and then building those model kits, and I've been going strong ever since. And then the final question is, what is your favorite mobile suit? And now I've gone from thinking, didn't I review that model kit already, to didn't I answer that question already? Because honestly, I'm not sure, but it's a quick answer. So my favorite mobile suit, depending on the day, is either the Gym Sniper 2 or the Gym Sniper Custom Version Katoki. And my favorite Gundam is, again, depending on the day, either the Gundam Mark II or the Strike Noir. On to the final question of the day then, from Area 7 Pro. Question, will you review Gundam song covers 1 and 2? And the answer to that is yes, I'll do it right now. And for anyone who's unaware of what this is, it's essentially what it says. It's cover songs from Gundam sung by Moriguchi Hiroko, who has an absolutely beautiful singing voice, so I highly recommend you to check him out. I'll have a link down below to one of the kind of promotion video, like a quick digest of all of the songs. And if you want to listen to the rest of the songs, I'm sure you can find them on YouTube as well if you type in Gundam cover songs. So my really quick review is all of the songs are awesome. My little bit longer review is what I really appreciate about these is some of the songs are really in the same vibe as the original songs, like the more slow songs, they still feel the same, but they still have a very distinct style to them. Songs like Mizu no Hoshie, Eternal Wind, or Akatsuki no Kuruma. But then the faster songs, they're also transformed into this more slow style, and even though you do recognize that it's the song, like Just Communication or Dreams, because the genre change, it feels like a completely different song, and it's also a really great thing to listen to. Like, all of the songs are different, but still great in their own way. And as for which CD I prefer, I think the second one was definitely the best one because it has the most songs that I love. It's got Silent Voice, which is one of my favorite endings from Universal Century. Anna ni issho datta no ni, because it's one of my favorite all-time endings. Dreams, it's just amazing. An amazing opening from an amazing anime. Like I said, Gundam X kind of got me into Gundam again, so it will always have a very special place in my heart. Men of Destiny, I mean, come on, that song is just pure awesome. And Akatsuki no Kuruma is one of my favorite insert songs. Like, all it needed more was Unlimited Sky or Raise Your Flag, but even without those, the song selection of both of them is really good. So again, I can highly recommend anyone to go check out those CDs. So that is all for this episode of Question of the Week. If you want me to answer any questions in a future video, also leave them down below. And then all that's left for me to say now is a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great day, and I'll see you all next time.